Good morning, gentlemen. We're holding on our 18th segment of Think Before You Speak, the laws of Shemirat Halashon with clarity. Leilu Nishmat Hafetz Chaim, Zechet Tzadik Lebracha. Leilu Nishmat, the Azan family, who was at this time that the tragedy took place. Luza Aliza Bat Henriette and her children, Ruach Hashem Tenichena Began Eden. There should be a tremendous zechut for the Yeshu'ah and the Yeshu'ot of our Bnei Chabura and the Yeshu'ot of Klal Yisrael, and specifically for the Shmira Ha'elyonah and the Yeshua Gedalah for Chaim David Dai Ben Chayesar. It's okay. It's all good. Today's class is titled, today's halacha rather, is titled Favors. Now, it's so frustrating when you come to a person who you know can do a favor, and he's in the position to do so, and you really need that favor. And when it comes time to ask, and you say, please, I really need this, and for some reason he says, sorry, I can't do it. It is so frustrating. And it's not only frustrating that you know the guy can do it, but it's also so frustrating because you know that if you're asked that same favor, you would have done it to the other guy. And you're the type of person who does favors for people. And when you ask one thing, which generally you never ask, but when you ask one thing, and you get turned down, it's so frustrating. And that's why this halacha is an interesting halacha. Nonetheless, you're not allowed to degrade a person who refused to do somebody a favor by telling other people, you know this guy? He was asked to do a certain favor. He was able to do it, and he didn't. You're not allowed to say that. That's Lashon Hara. That's putting the guy in a very negative light in the eyes of other people. Not only when it comes to favors, any human interaction, any ben adam lechavero, that someone came up short and you saw it, and you go out now and you say, hey, this guy, he came up short in his ben adam lechavero, by speaking his faults to other people, you disgrace him. It's forbidden, Lashon Hara. Now, till now, we were talking about someone who you saw firsthand that he was asked a favor by someone else, and he was able to do it, and he still didn't do it. You are not allowed to tell other people, look at this guy. He could have done that guy a favor, and he didn't. That's Lashon Hara. However, if we're talking about you yourself, where you yourself asked the guy for a favor, and you know he can do it, and he turned you down, and then you turn around to other people and say, look at this guy. What a type of guy is this guy? He could have done it. It would have been no sweat off his back, and you refused me, and he didn't do the favor anyways. Not only is that absolute Lashon Hara, which is Avera number 1, but it's also the Lo Ta'aseh of Nikama. It's taking revenge as well. There's a second Avera involved. That when you speak bad about him, you're not only disgracing him in the Lashon Hara way, but it's also taking revenge as well. The second Avera, one transgresses as well. Amazing. So let's quickly recap. You're not allowed to say any faults about other people, even in their human interaction, ben adam lechavero, whether it be that you saw it by someone else, whether it be that it was done to you. And if it was done to you, it's even worse, because not only Lashon Hara, it's also revenge. I just want to tell you guys, quickly, we don't realize, but a lot of times in life, Hashem puts us in positions that are frustrating to see how you're going to react. And really, it's a mirage. It's mamish a mirage, where he'll bring you somebody who asks you a favor, or better yet, you ask him a favor. Can I borrow your hammer? And he says, no. And he closes the door. And then 3 days later, that same guy comes and knocks on your door and asks you to borrow your hammer. You look at the guy like, hello? I mean, really? I just came to you 3 days ago. I asked you for the same favor and you dropped me short. And then you have no issue, no azut panim, to walk right back up and ask me for a favor or even the same favor a few days later? How frustrating is that? Wouldn't you go out and broadcast that to the world? Hashem says, sometimes I put you in those positions on purpose. I want to see if you're mavater, if you're going to let things go. I want to see if you're ready to do favors for people who didn't do favors to you. Because says Borei Olam, I'm in a position many times when you're asking me to do favors for you that you never did to other people. Remember. Thank you for listening.